yourself through it now?
We let us in yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah, we had a good practice yesterday. Really fast practice indoors, really fast and cool. Today wasn't that bad, so we went outside. We always rotated.
Okay.
The start of school this week, so everything is really kicking in gear. You know, the game is less than a month away. How do you guys feel preparation-wise in terms of yourself and also as a team?
I'm excited. Personally, I'm really excited. I can't wait. I'm glad everyone's here. Glad to get out of the hotel, you know, get used to everything, getting on the floor and everything, getting used to school and getting used to the new practice schedule.
With school back in session and camp over, how are you as a senior kind of taking over some of these freshmen and advising them how to just like handle the schedule?
I just tell them, you know, just enjoy your classes, go through your classes, don't let it clutter you up, and then when it's time for football, focus on football. But when it's time for school, just focus on school. Don't try to do too much at once, because then you'll just mess up everywhere.
Do you think the energy kind of changes in practice when school's back in session? Do you feel any different?
Well, sometimes it's harder for the young guys to adjust because they go through a whole day of class, and then now they have to come to football. So it's kind of hard for them to switch their brains over to football and then switch it over to class, and sometimes they're tired. So it's going to be a little bit for those guys, but for the guys that's been here, it's really easy.
You guys have been practicing now for almost 2 weeks, so when you look at the secondary as a whole, is there anything about it that's kind of surprised you in a good way since you started? You weren't expecting that you maybe know more, feel better about this group than you did when you first started?
I feel a lot better about if one guy goes down, we have someone to plug him in. You know, in all areas, everyone can really play anywhere on that field. And it's not only the depth, we have people that know what to do in that depth.
Even the freshmen?
Even the freshmen.
I mean, how much does that part of it surprise you, their knowledge of
But I think it's really part of just those guys early roll in. When they're early roll in, you know, that gives them a step ahead, and that's helped them a lot.
I mean, of course, not having DeAndre here, that's a whole, but is it part about those young guys that it's kind of got you feeling better about the prognosis, whatever?
Yeah, the young guys are doing good, but the guys that have been here are doing a really good job too. And the young guys are falling in line. They're learning from us. They're seeing how we work. And so everyone's pushing each other. And we got a lot of guys that can just go in. If one person's down, it's not going to be a drop-off.
What's the biggest strength? Let's just kind of talk about some of these young guys. What's kind of, go down the list a little bit, some of the strengths you like in them and kind of what they're bringing to the team?
Honestly, all of them are really fast and they really compete really well. And that's one thing you can't teach, is they're just the way they compete and the way they run to the ball. And just their football IQ and their knack for the ball to make plays is something I see out of them a lot.
And how much you're enjoying being the old man, I guess, in this group?
It's fun. It's fun. You know, you got to monitor them. You always got to get on to them. So you always got to come up there with a positive attitude.
When you say you've got to get on from time to time, what kind of things do you get on them about?
Just, you know, not being down if they mess up on a play. That's one thing that you got to be the next play. You got to focus on what's next, because if you get down, they'll start targeting you. Then the plays start to just spiral all the way down. So just focusing on those guys making the next plays.
How did you kind of get over that as a young player yourself? You know, back in the day, if you give up a big play to let it go.
Oh, it's just one of the things my dad taught me, especially playing DB. You got to have a short-term memory. You know, you're going to get beat. You're going to give up plays. That's one thing you don't want to do, but you got to just focus on the next one.
You mentioned the depth earlier, just kind of the plug and play. You've been around for many years in this program now. How much deeper is the team now than maybe when you first showed up here?
It's just so much deeper to where, like I said before, we got guys that can play both safeties, star position, and a corner, to where if one person goes down, we don't have to worry about who we're going to put in. They just go right in, and I feel comfortable with playing back there with anybody.
Overall, is the athleticism, you think, in secondary better than last year?
Definitely the depth is better, the athleticism is there. I'll just say the knack for the ball and the guys' big playability is there a lot more than we had last year.
Of course, the creating havoc is something we've talked to you about.
The havoc rate's out the roof right now.
How so?
How so? I mean, the interceptions of this last scrimmage and turnovers of this last scrimmage we've never had in 2 years, so that's a big jump.
How many takes did Joe have in the scrimmage?
I don't know, but I know that when I looked at it, compared us, I mean, we haven't had this in a while.
So anything else besides the havoc rate that Coach Lanning kind of emphasizes through the spring practice and now a couple weeks into fall?
Effort, man. Effort and running to the ball, and that knocks away a lot of bad plays that you make. It knocks away a lot of mistakes. If we can just get everyone to run to the ball, you know, one guy misses a tackle, but there's people right there to clean them up. It knocks away that mistake.